Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I have to confess, like I would confess in front of an interrogator, that I did not expect this one. When I was talking about Ukraine, uh, possibly and more certainly, I would say, losing the fight against the Russians, I was thinking that I was saying that they would not lose because of the lack of um, ammunition or armament or anything like arms and guns and things like this. They will be provided by the Western countries. I thought that it would be only the fact that the Russians will be able to kill most of Ukrainians. So therefore, they will not have the men to operate or it should be the people. How should I say it politically correct? The men to operate the weapons that will be supplied because they will be getting killed. Too many of them. That's what I thought. Unless the West would provide Ukraine with its own sons and maybe daughters. Who knows? But I didn't think about this aspect. And this is the aspect of desertion. Oh my. Dissertation? No, desertion. So, this is an article from Business Insider from June 11th, 2022. Cases of desertion are growing among Ukrainian forces suffering significant losses in Russia's artillery onslaught, report say. I don't think about that possibility, but yes, it's very possible. Other people say, hey guys, I don't think this is working. They tell us that we're winning, but here in the front, it doesn't look like we're winning or anything. What is going on? Ah, so I think that's something I have to confess. It missed my brain, and I feel sorry about it. I will go and flagellate myself later with some tools. All right, let's go back. So Ukraine is now facing, and I'm quoting, massive losses. This is an article from Business Insider, so it's not from the Russian propaganda machine, which says Ukraine is now facing massive losses. Not good if these guys are not with you anymore, with Russia overpowering Ukraine's ammunition and artillery store. There has been a rise in desertion as morale declines, says an intelligence report seen by The Independent. That's why these guys are going now to Kiev, which is Ursula von der Leyen, whatever her name is, the appointed whatever of the European Union. You have Mario Draghi of Italy, Prime Minister. Then you have Olaf Scholz, uh, their how do you call him? Their Chancellor of Germany, Deutschland, and then you have the what's his name, Macron of France, president. They're going to all go to Kiev. I wonder why. To tell what's his name, Zelensky, your time's up. Out. Peace, Russia. It seems like, look, even the mass media is dropping the ball. There has been a rise in desertion as morale declines, says an intelligence report seen by the Independent. Ukraine is now dependent on Western donations as supplies, Ukrainian officials say. 107 days into Putin's invasion, no, the Russians' invasion of Ukraine, if you want to call it that way, special operation. Reports are emerging that the Ukrainian military is expecting massive losses and cases of desertion are growing, an intelligence report says. A military report by the Independent has shown that every artillery piece Ukraine has, Russia has 20 in the worsening situation in Donbass and eastern Ukraine. That means give us more weapons, but they're not going to be men to use them. I said that. The report also shows that Russia has 40 times the supply of artillery ammunition. They also have a longer range. Oh, give us the long range missile artillery. Deputy head of military intelligence in Ukraine, Vadim Skibitsky, has said that the force is almost out of ammunition. The Guardian reports, our Western partners have given us about 10% of what they have. And what would be the appropriate and acceptable percentage, Mr. Shiminsky? 99%? Are you crazy? Seems like. He said, explained that Ukraine is now dependent on Western donations of supplies. What did you expect? You said you're going to win. You can't. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. While the courage and resistance is true of the Ukrainian military is true, have been a theme since the start of the war, there is concern that it's starting to waver. Yes. What do you expect? Up to 200 Ukrainian soldiers are killed every day, an aide of to President Zelensky told the BBC. Up to 200 Ukrainians a day. And there are now signs that Ukrainian fighters' morale is starting to buckle. The report says Kim Sangupta of The Independent describes a spike in death of having a serious demoralization effect on Ukrainian forces as well as a very real material effect. Cases of desertion are growing every week. Yeah, they will just say surrender. Oh, it's not it's give up, or how do you call them? They came out. And if you remember, you can't say the fighters in the Ukrainian fighters in Azovstal, they surrender. No, they came out. They opened the door and said, we're coming out. They didn't surrender. I don't understand that, but whatever. The news comes as Russian troops make progress in the battle for the eastern town of Sievierodonetsk, which Ukrainian troops said they were making progress in recapturing just 1 week ago. Yeah, they recaptured and they were thrown out, and they were now hiding in the industrial side of the city, like Azovstal. You're going to have Azovstal Part 2, so get your popcorn and watch it, enjoy it, whatever you do. It's unbelievable. Just say, man, we're done. Peace, white flag, let's stop here before they get to Poland, and whatever. They will not go to Poland, obviously. So, and then we have here this is where we are supposed to get to, and I'm quoting this Serhiy Haidai, the governor of Luhansk. Serhiy Haidai, and I'm quoting, if we get Western long-range weapons quickly, an artillery duel will begin. The Soviets will lose the West, to the West, and our defenders can clean up Sievierodonetsk in 2 or 3 days, he said in Telegram. So yeah, give us. If you don't give us, we lose. It's your fault. Basically, that's saying, unfortunately, I have to use it here. I like Ukrainians, I like Russians, I have something in common with them, and I feel sorry to see them fighting. They're brothers, but there's a third party that is not, they're not brothers with these guys. They don't care if they die. Like in the First World War, the Second World War, brothers killed brothers. And the third party, they were not part of the brotherhood. They were enjoying themselves, and they were gaining political favors. And they did. They did. I'm not going to mention names. You know what? If you know what I mean, that means you read some. And I hope you do. So nevertheless, just reading the First World War, the Balfour Declaration, and you realize something. Nevertheless, I hope you know what that is, and what that was promised, and what was promised to happen, and it happened. That was just one example. You got the hint. So nevertheless, these guys are fighting for, I don't know, other interests. They don't even really care about Ukraine, care about the Russians. They care about other things. So nevertheless, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.